Another kind of natural disaster is a sinkhole. That's when the ground, instead of erupting outward, sags inward. It's caused by the ground collapsing. The state of Florida has a big problem with sinkholes.
Well, sinkhole is the name of a surface landform. It's basically a shallow depression, bowl-shaped usually, and it's formed by some sort of karst erosion processes, which usually involves having the soil wash down into pre-existing caves. Sometimes it could be the collapse of a cave roof. We commonly see things like sinkholes and caves and large springs in areas that have soluble rocks like limestone, dolomite, or gypsum. Throughout the eastern United States, there are broad areas and belts of limestone that are at or near the Earth's surface. Florida is especially susceptible to sinkhole development because the limestone is at or near the ground surface in almost the entire northwest quarter of the Florida peninsula. Sinkholes have two principal effects on the environment. First of all, they can in fact damage houses, buildings, and other structures, but they also provide avenues that allow the rapid transport of contaminants into our drinking water supply. Sinkholes are having an increasing economic impact here in Florida. The largest and most destructive sinkhole in the history of Florida was the Winter Park sinkhole. It entirely swallowed one house, wrecked 5 or 6 other buildings, and destroyed a city swimming pool. All told, it did about $4.5 million worth of damage in only 3 days. In this ground-penetrating radar survey, radio waves are being beamed into the ground in pulses to construct an image that shows a cross-section of the soil layers. Ground-penetrating radar was invented by the U.S. government so that they could test for tunnels being built by saboteurs. Today, we're going to use GPR to see if Mother Nature is trying to mount a sneak sinkhole attack against this house.
No sinkholes near this house, but fortunately, geologists like Bill Wilson are studying where and when future sinkholes might pop up. This information warns people to keep their property away from the collapsing holes.